Hello everyone and welcome to the Wolf Den. My name is Voltorn Elda and this is the Henry Stickmin Collection. I always thought that Stickmin was spelled with an A or an E near the end though, but that's beside the point. It is time for some randomness and chaos. Now, for transparency's sake, I do recall having played one of these games in the distant past, which I believe was the complex escape one, and I might have played the ones that came before that, but we'd be talking about something that happened more than 7 years ago, and I don't exactly remember all too much from that specific time period. So I'm still classifying this Let's Play as a blind one, for other than knowing of the general concept of this game being a choose-your-own-adventure style with some paths leading to failure and others leading to success, I luckily don't remember a thing. So, without any further ado, let's see what madness awaits us in the Henry Stickmin Collection as we start with the prologue, Breaking the Bank. Now, is there a reason for why we're breaking into a bank? I've got no clue. Who is Henry Stickmin? I've got no clue. What I do know is that multiple options, I most likely am gonna play this the way that I probably would play this if I was in this situation, and in case I get the right path and there are still some options left unexplored, then I might explore those at a later point in time, but we're just gonna go and see what I would do. And if we were going to break into a bank, I would say let's go for the semi-stealthy way, and that would include a laser. I mean, with this game, it's mostly a case of what could possibly go wrong. I mean, this succeeded, open sesame. If I had a crew behind me, they could break the bank. Totally. Then I would get a raise, hopefully a raise of the rock, but yeah. Meanwhile, oh, achievements. Okay, I was wondering, ACH, what? BIOS? To unlock a bio, right-click a character when you see them. Okay. Henry Stickmin. He's short on cash, so it's time to get some. So there's the lore. Not to be confused with Henry Stickmin. Then who is Henry Stickmin? Now I want to know. Anyway, interesting. So right-click a character when we find them. Brilliant. Well, let's retry. Laser didn't work. Second option would be teleporter? Nah, probably the shuffle. Okay, that has to be a Zelda reference. Many of these references are gonna go over my head. That's a bad sign. Yeah, do you think they would have noticed? What do you mean never dig straight down? You always dig straight down. Although you don't dig straight down on a single block, you always take two. Because before you know it, you either fall into lava, or in the recent updates of Minecraft, you land inside of a very big cave and find yourself dead on the floor. So, no. Alright, option number 3, I'd say teleporter. What could go wrong with science? Portals have never... Well, it's teleporter, not a... We should have trusted in normal portals, not a teleporter. It's emergent technology, I'm sure it will get better. GLaDOS, get on it, please! Okay, shuffle didn't work, laser didn't work. We came in like a wrecking ball. What? I'm not doing anything. Really? There's no construction scheduled for today. What do you mean no construction schedule for today? There's always construction. Do you see any other building here? Why else would I be here? Good. Okay. Well, 2 options left. Either explosives or disguise. It's called breaking the bank. One of these two is the correct one. I don't know which one. I would probably go with a disguise. I mean, explosions would also be fun, but...
Eh? How did we lose one? I think we should throw it in the back.
Yeah, you totally should. Yup. I mean, how do you... When you pick up the bag...
I wonder why there's a bank out here? Well, I think it's supposed to be like more of a vault, you know?
A vault for what?
Makes sense.
If you pick up a bag that's full of money, but it doesn't feel like there's money inside of it, or even dollar bills and whatnot, surely you should notice, right? Is this actually working? Never mind. Or did it? Okay, so that apparently worked. Alright. I should be right-clicking on characters. I'm not sure if there's anything related to unlocking this, but... You know what? There's only one option for now anyway. Let's quickly retry that, and then I'll quickly get the bioses as well. Because, of course, I need to remember. Explosives all the way... Oh, that's a lot of explosives. Surely we don't need that many. Yeah. That only could have gone wrong. Handle with care. But we handled it with care. Oh boy. Well, time for some bios gathering.
Eh? How did we lose one?
You ever wonder why there's a bank out here?
And that is all 5 complete. So who exactly were we dealing with? Chad Hansen. Fresh out of college, guarding a bank sounds awesome. Unfortunately, this job happens to be in the middle of nowhere. Like, why is there even a bank/vault right in the middle of nowhere? What are you guarding? Why were we breaking into the bank? And Philly Collin. Philly's been working as a guard at this bank, or vault, for 5 years now. He loves the badass look of the uniform. I mean, there's not much to it, but it has a fancy hat, I guess. Or are the glasses also part of the outfit? Ted McAdams, the driver of the bank truck. He and Winston have been partners for many years, and Ted has always been the driver. Winston Davis. He always rides shotgun in the bank truck. He prefers looking at the scenery rather than focusing on the road. And that's how you find a random bag of money which you totally forgot. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep on gathering... I'm pretty sure I'm not going to keep on gathering all the bioses, because that's an awful lot. Yeah, I'll probably keep that for something in my spare time. But for now, onwards to the next chapter. Or first episode, actually, escaping the prison.
Oh, you.
What?
You're free to go.
Oh, are we?
Not really.
I want my lawyer.
Package.
Ooh.
Don't get your hopes up. We've already checked it for anything useful, haven't we, Dave?
What? Yeah. Of course I checked it. I mean, if I didn't check it, I'd lose my job, and I don't want to lose my job.
See you around. Free to go.
Pretty good indeed. Well, that's one way to hide something inside of a cake. Also, boys, can you read? It clearly says fragile on the box. Dear oh dear. Okay, a file, energy drink, really? Teleporter, what could go wrong with a teleporter? Rocket launcher, cell phone drill. We're trying to escape the prison. I'd say I want my phone call. Oh, bloody hell, yes they did. Okay. Phoenix Wright reference. Love it.
Witness, please continue your testimony.
Okay. I was riding alongside my partner in the
Oh,
armored van.
God.
Suddenly, she spotted a bag on the side of the road. We got out and eventually decided to throw the bag in with the others. We didn't know there was someone hiding in there. Objection!
How could you not have
The
known?
defendant crawled into that bag in order to break into the bank.
It was an accident.
Is it not obvious? Is it really that obvious? I have proof that the defendant didn't hide himself in that bag.
I was
Well
framed.
then, what are you waiting for? Present this evidence already.
Hold on, we need to do this. Oh god, it's been a long time since I played any of the Phoenix Wright games. Doctor's analysis, security footage. Okay, the security footage most definitely would throw me right back into jail. Attorney's badge. We always like to flash this in the games. This is my all-important badge. It shows that I'm a defense attorney. Yes, present this.
What is this?
It's my defense
Evidence.
attorney badge.
And how exactly does this prove anything?
Well, I was just kidding. Let me try.
This is no time for jokes.
Yes, it
I
is.
see no reason to further prolong this trial.
There's more than enough reason.
Defendant Henry Stickmin.
No, what kind of third-rate lawyer did you hire? I hired the one that loves to flash his badge, okay? Let's retry that. Okay, disguising bag. It's clearly tied up with a knot at the top of the bag. How could I possibly have done that myself? The bag of the defendant used to sneak to the bank. The knot is tied on the outside of the bag. This is the answer. Meanwhile, floor plans to the bank. A diagram of the bank and its surroundings. Not really useful. Mysterious device, whose use is unknown. And security footage of the night of the intrusion shows the defendant leaving his disguise and setting off the alarm. Perhaps. And doctor's examination of the defendant done after arrest. Defendant suffered many bruises and cuts. Yeah, you're supposed to pay me in damages and whatnot. You threw me into a truck of money and you hurt me. I mean, that's how law works, right? Now you're supposed to pay me a lot of... It's damages. But I'm still saying the answer B, the disguising bag.
Take that!
Is that the bag the defendant hid in?
Yes!
Yes, but there's one thing that's been bothering me. If the defendant really was hiding in this bag, then... how did he tie the knot from the outside of the bag? What? If he was inside the bag, it'd be impossible for him to tie that knot on the outside.
Exactly!
But then, how did he do it?
Because I
It's
didn't!
simple. He didn't. What are you saying? I'm saying my client wasn't hiding in that bag at all. He was stuffed in there. By this very witness! As
Okay,
you
that's
can
a
see by this
stretch.
doctor's analysis, the defendant had taken quite the beating. While he was in the bag, he was unconscious. This is absurd. The witness was attempting to dispose of the body. He left the defendant in the bag, knowing he'd drive by it on the way back to the bank. When the witness and his partner passed the bag, he convinced his partner to throw the bag in with the others.
But why would he do that?
Why? To dispose of the body, of course. There are millions of bags of money in that bank, and the witness knew it would take a long time before the victim was found.
True,
But
true.
unfortunately for the witness, his victim woke up and tried to escape from his tomb. He was arrested on the spot, and the witness thought everything was over. But it's come back to haunt him now. You guys can't, this can't be happening to me!
Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
That certainly was an interesting trial. However, I am now ready to deliver my verdict.
Not
I
guilty!
find the defendant,
Come
Henry
on!
Stickmin,
There we go. The Phoenix Wright games were awesome. But of course, as someone who did commit a crime, our Mr. Wright was kinda wrong in the end. But hey, that's one ending of escaping the prison. There's two more. I'm just gonna keep on going next, see what happens. We are going to return to these other endings and unique feels at some other point in time. So let's see what we've got. Episode 2, Stealing the Diamond.
As the mayor, I hereby declare the Tunisian archaeological exhibit open.
And it has a fancy diamond. Job ideas, janitor, prison guard. Well, those didn't work out. Okay, well, we could bust in or sneak in. I'd say bust in. No, sneak in. Definitely sneak in. Ooh, jumble hoppers, anti-gravity cap, teleporter, liquidificator, what? I'd say shrink ray. I mean, since we have the technology anyway, shrink yourself, crawl into a crack in the wall or something. What could go wrong? That could go wrong. That could go wrong. Man, worms are so much more vicious up close. Most definitely. More vicious than I thought. Well, this is why you bring a second shrink ray. You first shoot your shrink ray with the shrink ray. Then you have a tiny shrink ray before you shoot yourself, so that you have a tiny shrink ray as your tiny self. And then you can use a tiny shrink ray as a weapon to shrink other things that come into your path. What could go wrong? It's clearly a case of the execution of the plan, friend. Well, pickaxe could work, but that's not exactly sneaking in now, is it? What is a liquidificator gonna do? Is it gonna liqueficate the wall? Turn yourself into a liquid and bend your molecules around or through any object. It's fantastically easy to use. Gadget Gabe. It might be easy to use, but it might not be easy to master. Yeah, what do you think was gonna happen? Clearly we need to use it when we're standing on a flat surface and we want to lower ourselves through the floor, but how do you unliquefy yourself? That might be the problem. Alright, option number 3. Jumble hoppers. Clearly we were going to overshoot this one. Right? Or not. Or we're gonna do it like that. What do you mean 2 points reduced? Well, it was a sweet flip. True, but also, a map. It shows the several options you've got at this point in time. And then it's gonna keep on expanding. Okay, that makes sense, yeah. Alright, well... How about a teleporter? Surely the teleporter wouldn't fail me again. Surely? Well, that worked! I didn't expect that to work, but sure. Ooh, Falcon Punch!
Falcon Punch!
Oi! You don't bring a gun to a fist fight! Only one man is capable of that punch. Who was capable of that punch? I can't remember. I only know the Falcon Punch line. Well, clearly, not the answer. Ooh, penny. This is the stealthy way, isn't it? Invisibility pill as well. Oh, I like all the options. I'll go with the penny. Everyone likes a penny.
Oh, look, a penny.
See? Everyone loves a penny. Alright, drop down, wormhole rifle. You don't play around with wormholes. No, I'm taking the wire. See? Easy peasy. Probably this case would be protected. I mean, it's a very big bloody diamond that's going to be worth an awful lot of money. It's going to be protected with the glass, so I'm going to say laser cutter. Never mind, I'm not saying laser cutter. You get cut, well you no bleed, because we Stickman. Also, what does it say down there? The laser cut authorized it? Oh, God, okay, I get it. It's one of those stupid questions of, okay, the answer is upside down below. Well, fine, the laser authorized it, sure. Well, hammer time in that case. Worthless defenses in this place. I mean, my own tools are deadlier. Ooh, is that a SpongeBob painting? That's a SpongeBob painting. We'll make them walk the plank. Or the cannon. We shoot ourselves with the cannon. Yes. Yes. No. Yes. Yes. Nailed it. You almost saved it. Almost. Alright, how's a plank going? How is either of these going to help me out here? Somehow. I'm most curious for the cheese right now. How is cheese going to help me? Just as I thought. How would that help me? Seriously? Alright, fine. Walk the plank.
And after that, they just up and arrested him.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Easy peasy. Alright, snap the... Of course you use the diamond. I mean, he's standing there at a perfect opportunity. Just drop the diamond on his head. What could possibly go wrong? See? Easy peasy. And that's us as the unseen burglar. Love it. So, what are we gonna do with this diamond then, eh? Are we gonna sell it? How are we gonna sell it? That'd be the main question.
When it comes to Stickman, Most of the time, all kinds of logic are thrown right out of the window. I mean, has anyone seen those animated versus animation videos? Once Stickmen are involved, you're in for a fun time.